Ladies and gentlemen, imagine this. You are standing at the edge of a vast ocean, the waves crashing against the shore with relentless power. Each wave represents a challenge, a doubt, a fear that life throws at you. But here's the truth. Those waves don't define you. They don't dictate your worth. You are not the storm. You are the lighthouse, standing tall, unwavering, and guiding yourself through the chaos. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and truly saw yourself? Not the flaws, not the mistakes, not the endless to-do list that keeps you up at night. When was the last time you saw the incredible, unique, and perfectly imperfect human being staring back at you? We live in a world that constantly tells us we're not enough. Not smart enough, not successful enough, not fit enough, not happy enough. But let me tell you something revolutionary. You are enough. Right here, right now, exactly as you are. You don't need to earn your worth. You don't need to prove your value. You are already whole, already complete, already perfect in your imperfection. Stress, my friends, is not your enemy. It's a sign that you care deeply, that you're striving, that you're alive. But when stress becomes a prison, when it chains you to self-doubt and fear, it's time to break free. You were not born to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You were born to shine, to create, to love, and to live fully. You are enough. Right here, right now. This is not just a comforting phrase, it's a profound truth that many of us struggle to internalize. Society often conditions us to believe that we need to achieve more, be more, and do more to earn our worth. We're told that success, beauty, and happiness are destinations we must tirelessly chase. But here's the reality. You don't need to climb mountains, earn accolades, or fit into someone else's mold to be worthy. Your worth is not tied to your accomplishments, your appearance, or your social status. It's inherent, woven into the very fabric of your being. You were born worthy, and nothing can ever take that away from you. Think about it. When you were a child, you didn't question your value. You didn't stress about being perfect or meeting impossible standards. You simply existed, joyful and unapologetically yourself. Somewhere along the way, the world may have convinced you that you're not enough, that you need to change, improve, or prove yourself. But that's a lie. You are enough, not because of what you've done or what you achieve, but because of who you are. Your kindness, your resilience, your unique perspective, these are gifts that no one else can offer. Embracing this truth doesn't mean you stop growing or striving. It means you stop tying your self-worth to external validation. It means you stop waiting for the future version of yourself to be enough. You are enough today, in this moment, exactly as you are. Your flaws, your mistakes, your imperfections, they don't diminish your worth, they make you human, and being human is more than enough. Your struggles are not your enemies, they are your most powerful teachers. Every challenge you faced, every setback you've endured, every moment of doubt that has kept you awake at night wasn't sent to break you, but to build you. The most extraordinary versions of ourselves aren't forged in comfort and ease, but in the fires of adversity. That difficult period when you thought you couldn't go on, that was crafting your resilience. That failure that felt like the end of the world, that was developing your wisdom. That criticism that stung so deeply, that was strengthening your self-awareness. Think about steel. What makes it unbreakable isn't the material itself, but how it's tempered by intense heat. You are no it's different. The struggles you resent today will become the stories of triumph you'll share tomorrow. They are carving out depths in your character that comfort never could. When you're in the midst of the battle, it's hard to see this truth. All you feel is the weight. But stand firm. Each obstacle is custom designed to reveal parts of you that would otherwise remain hidden. That pain you're pushing through, it's developing muscles you didn't know you had. That problem that seems impossible, it's stretching the boundaries of your creativity. Those sleepless nights, wrestling with uncertainty, they're expanding your capacity to endure. The world's greatest innovators, leaders, and visionaries didn't achieve greatness in spite of their struggles. They achieved it because of them. Their darkest moments became the fertile ground where their brightest ideas took root. Your current hardships aren't blocking your path. They are the path. Every time you choose to keep going, when every fiber of your being wants to quit, you're adding another layer to your unshakable foundation. The pressure isn't meant to crush you. It's meant to reveal the diamond that's always been within you. What feels like your breaking point is often the moment right before your breakthrough. Comparison is a trap that steals your joy and dims your light. In a world where social media constantly bombards us with curated highlights of other people's lives, it's easy to fall into the habit of measuring your worth against someone else's achievements, appearance, or success. But here's the truth. Comparison is not only unfair, it's utterly meaningless. You are not living their life, and they are not living yours. Your journey is uniquely yours, shaped by your experiences, your choices, and your dreams. When you compare yourself to others, you're not seeing the full picture. You're seeing a snapshot, a carefully crafted illusion that hides the struggles, doubts, and imperfections that everyone carries. Think about it. The person you're comparing yourself to is likely comparing themselves to someone else, caught in the same endless cycle of self-doubt. It's a race with no finish line, a game where no one wins. When you focus on what others have, you lose sight of what you already possess. Your own gifts, talents, and potential. Your value isn't determined by how you stack up against others, but by how authentically you live your own life. Instead of looking sideways, look inward. Celebrate your progress no matter how small it may seem. Recognize that your path is different, and that's what makes it beautiful. You don't need to be like anyone else to be extraordinary. Your uniqueness is your superpower, and the moment you stop comparing, you free yourself to fully embrace it. Focus on your own growth, your own goals, and your own happiness. When you do, you'll find that the only person you need to compete with is the person you were yesterday. Stress is not your enemy. It's a sign that you care deeply about something. Whether it's a project at work, a relationship, or a personal goal, stress often arises because you're invested in the outcome. It's a natural response to challenges, a signal that you're pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. But here's the catch. While stress can be a motivator, it can also become a prison if you let it consume you. The key is not to eliminate stress entirely. That's neither possible nor productive, but to manage it in a way that serves you rather than controls you. Think about stress as a wave in the ocean. If you try to fight it, it will overwhelm you. But if you learn to ride it, you can harness its energy to propel you forward. Stress becomes problematic when it's constant, when it keeps you trapped in a cycle of worry and fear. It's important to recognize when stress is no longer a helpful tool, but a harmful burden. That's when you need to pause, breathe, and recalibrate. Stress often stems from the pressure to meet expectations, your own or others. But remember, you're not obligated to be perfect or to have everything figured out. It's okay to take a step back, to prioritize your well-being, and to ask for help when you need it. Stress doesn't define you. It's just a temporary state, a reaction to circumstances that you have the power or to change. By shifting your perspective, you can transform stress from a source of anxiety into a catalyst for growth. Embrace it as part of the journey, but don't let it dictate your life. Small steps may seem insignificant at first, but they are the foundation of every great achievement. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you're staring at a massive goal or a seemingly insurmountable challenge. The distance between where you are and where you want to be can feel impossible to bridge. But here's the truth. You don't have to take giant leaps to make progress. In fact, it's the small, consistent actions that often lead to the most significant transformations. Think of it like building a brick wall. One brick at a time may not look like much, but over time those bricks create something solid and enduring. The beauty of small steps is that they're manageable. They don't require you to have all the answers or to be perfectly prepared. They simply ask you to take one action, no matter how small, and then another, and another. Each step builds momentum, creating a ripple effect that propels you forward. Even if progress feels slow, it's still progress. Every step you take is a victory, a testament to your commitment and resilience. Small steps also allow you to adapt and learn along the way. When you focus on the next small action rather than the entire journey, you're more likely to stay present and open to opportunities. You can adjust your course as needed, learning from each experience without being paralyzed by the fear of making mistakes. This approach takes the pressure off and makes the process more enjoyable. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are your dreams. Trust in the power of small steps and know that each one is bringing you closer to your goals. You have the power to rewrite your story, no matter where you've been or what you've been through. Your past does not have to dictate your future. Every day is a blank page, a new opportunity to redefine who you are and where you're headed. It's easy to feel trapped by the weight of past mistakes, missed opportunities, or circumstances beyond your control. But the truth is, you are not a prisoner of your history. You are the author of your life, and the pen is in your hands. Think about the stories that inspire you, the ones of people who overcame incredible odds, who turned their pain into wood the calls into hold the call that Isu of Biasaid into cancer debt, who refused to let their past define them. What sets them apart isn't luck or privilege, it's their decision to take ownership of their narrative. They chose to see their struggles not as dead ends, but as detours leading to something greater. You have that same power. Your past may have shaped you, but it doesn't have to confine you. Rewriting your story starts with a shift in perspective. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, focus on what you've learned and how you've grown. Instead of dwelling on what you've lost, focus on what you still have and what you can create. It's about taking responsibility for your choices, forgiving yourself for your mistakes, and believing in your ability to change. This process isn't about erasing the past, it's about reframing it. Your challenges, your failures, your heartbreaks, they're all part of your journey. But they don't have to be the end of it. You can use them as fuel to propel you forward, to create a story that's uniquely yours. The power to rewrite your story lies within you, and every moment is a chance to begin again.